Hello again, this is Dave, the Real Barman. Today we're here to discuss bartending schools and whether or not you should think about signing up for one. Let's cut to the chase right off the bat. Anyone who knows me knows that I think bartending schools suck. Okay, that's my opinion. They're not evil empires. I wouldn't even call them a scam except for how much money they charge. But in my book, bartending school stands for BS. Okay, you don't need to spend $750 to learn how to bartend. It is a waste of your time. It is a waste of your money. As I've stated more than once, there are 2 steps to becoming a bartender, and most people, especially bartending schools, tend to focus 90% of their energy on the first step, which is acquiring the skills and knowledge to become a bartender. Despite what they want you to believe, bartending is not that hard. Okay, if you can memorize some drink recipes, you can turn a bottle upside down, you have what it takes to become a bartender. When you're online, you're doing your research, don't trust any source that tells you that you need to go to bartending school. That advice is usually given by people who work at a bartending school or who own one, and all they want is to get your money. The second step is the most important one, also the most difficult one. How do you convince a bar manager or a bar owner to hire you when you have little or no experience? Bartending schools claim that they will help you land a job at the end of the course, but this is simply not true. Let's go over a few reasons why going to bartending school is not a good idea if you want to become a bartender. I'm sure I'm going to get 100 comments and emails from bartending schools saying that I don't know what I'm talking about and that bartending school is a viable way to get a bartending job. But I call bullshit, and here's the reasons why. First of all, many of their drink recipes or methods that they teach how to make are flat out wrong. I'm not kidding. I'm not saying all bartending schools do this, but I actually attended a local bartending school here in San Francisco to see what they were all about, and I couldn't believe how many cocktails they were teaching the students how to make that had the wrong ingredients or the wrong mixing method, such as shaking a Manhattan instead of stirring it, which is blasphemy if you're a Manhattan drinker. In addition, most bartending schools are teaching you to memorize hundreds of outdated drink recipes, which is really a waste of your time and your memory. No one drinks a Pink Lady or a Woo Woo anymore, okay? Many of these schools do not even use real garnishes. They use foam ones, which means you can't practice cutting them or preparing them. Many of these schools also don't use real alcohol, which means you make a drink, you create it, you can't taste your creation to see if it tastes correctly. My entire experience there was really a big joke. I spent my entire time biting my cheek until it bled, trying not to blurt out instructions and trying not to correct the instructor on the right mixing methods and drink recipes. At the end of the course, bartending schools like to give you a certificate and the impression that it has some sort of validity or legal component to it. It doesn't. You don't need a license or certificate to bartend. I guarantee that the bartending school went back, they used one of their computers, they created something in Microsoft Word with some clip art images, and they handed it to you. It means nothing. Give me $1,000, I will happily give you a certificate that says you completed my course. Alright, take one of these into a bar manager and show it to him, and he will instantly usher you out of his place. Bartending schools that guarantee that they're going to give you job placement at the end of the course are lying to you. The best they're going to do is hand you a list of bars of the area, and they will usher you out the door themselves and wish you the best of luck. Finally, just the act of putting that you went to bartending school on your resume will likely cause the hiring manager to giggle like a little schoolgirl before he crumples up your resume and plays garbage can basketball with it. Okay, in the bartending world, if you went to bartending school, you will be laughed at and not taken seriously. I'm not saying it's right, I'm just saying it happens. In my career, I've only worked with 2 bartenders who went to bartending school, and it took me a long time to discover that truth because he was too embarrassed to admit it. The point is, you will learn some skills at bartending school, but once you get that degree, it won't do you any good when you head out to find a job. Bartending schools want you to believe that you need a 40-hour course in order to become a bartender. But I'll tell you this, if you memorize the 20 most popular cocktails and the 10 most popular shots and how to make them, you could bartend in 90% of the bars today right now. Everything else is Jack and Cokes, gin and tonics, etc., etc. Don't be fooled by bartending schools who make you think that you need them to become a great bartender. That's it. Those are my opinions on bartending schools. Don't do it. Save your money. If you really want to learn how to land a bartending job, check out my book, How to Be a Bartender by Dave Allred, The Real Barman, on Amazon.com. It's $10. It lays out a detailed plan from beginning to end on how to bartend and how to land a bartending job. If you don't like it, get your money back, put it toward bartending schools, and go after that highly sought after certificate. Whatever you decide to do, I do wish you the best of luck. Cheers, until next time.